Okay, you're just going to have to trust me on this. I'm shining this down here. I'm looking right down here and it says 15A. 15A. And I also, I didn't pull that one off. I pulled this one off over here. Okay, and that says 15A. Isn't that something? I mean, I would never really do that in a kitchen. These are on 20 amp circuit breakers. You saw that in the sub panel. They have 15 amp GFI outlets, and they also have 20 amp GFI outlets. There's a reason why. Because if you put the 15 amp in there and you overload the circuit, well, I guess their theory is here, hey, if you overload it beyond 15 amps, it's going to trip the 15 amp circuit before anything else, and then it's going to trip the other electrical outlets that are connected. But in my view, I would have ran 20 amp GFI electrical outlets, and then on these particular electrical duplex receptacles, I would have made sure that when I was at the store, I got 20 amp duplex receptacles and not the 15 amp. Okay, that is the rest of the story. If you have any questions about that, you can ask, you can Google it, you can ask somebody at the hardware store. Go to the electrical area and ask them, what are your thoughts? Or when the inspector comes out, ask him what he thinks. But I think the inspector kind of missed that. I would not do this in my judgment, and that's just my point of view. If you got any questions or comments you want to send me, please do so. You know, and in fact, I'm going to be installing a backsplash up here in the kitchen. And before I do that, next time I'm at the hardware store, I'm going to ask somebody there at the electrical department what they would do, what they would recommend in a kitchen area like this. And I'm thinking I'm highly likely going to hear him say, since you have a 20 amp circuit breaker and all of your wires in the kitchen are 12 gauge wires, go ahead and change out these 15 amp GFIs to 20 amp GFIs, and then take your duplex electrical receptacles that are attached to those GFIs, which are those two and this one over here, to go ahead and replace those with 20 amp duplex outlets. And I could do all that when I get ready to do the backsplash, because once I get ready to do the backsplash, because all the electrical is there, what I'm going to have to do is either I'm going to have to disconnect. If I was going to save all of these electrical outlets, I would pull them out and then pull them all the way out of the wall and then tip them up sideways or twist them sideways and push them back in the box, even with the wires still on there. I could leave the breakers off or whatever, and then I can put the tiles on, even with the electrical outlet still there. But in this case, if I were going to be removing all of these, I'd remove the wires, just let the wires stick out, put wire nuts on them, whatever. And then when I got ready to reinstall everything, I'd reinstall the 20 amp duplex receptacles and the 20 amp GFIs. Okay, that's what I would do there. All right, enough of that. Let's see if there's anything else to tell you about that electrical outlet I'm getting ready to install. Well, I think that's about all I have to tell you about an electrical outlet such as this. So for all of those reasons, and for the main reason that even though this electrical outlet is still working, because this is cocked at an angle, and because I don't want to have this paper towel, napkin, toilet paper, any of that pushed up behind it, I'm going to replace it. And you know, it's not going to take me very long to replace it. It cost me 77 cents plus tax, less than $1 to replace this electrical outlet. For all of those reasons, I'm going to replace it. And next time you go around, you're going to start looking around on your plugs, on your outlets at home. Okay, are any of them broken? Are any of the ground areas broken? If this little thing is snapped off, yeah, code says you're supposed to replace it. If this is cracked or something else, or your face is loose, anything like that, or one piece is all missing, you'll know, hey, you'll know, trust me, if you've got anything going on, it's way better. This is an insurance policy to replace this rather than to wait to have a fire or have somebody plug in a heater to it or a vacuum cleaner extension cord to it and then pull it out at an angle or something and have it spark or have it catch on fire as you're vacuuming somewhere, or in the middle of the night something happens because it was broken and somebody tried to poke something in there, or the little ground plug to your extension cord is wedged down in there and now you can only plug in the top two and not the whole cord. Get a different cord now because one's stuck in there. For all those reasons, just go ahead and replace it, okay? Now you know all the different things to look at and to see what to do, what type of electrical outlet to get at the store, what color to get at the store, what size to get at the store, and all that kind of stuff, okay? And that's all I have to say about that. That's all I got for this time. But I'll be back with more videos. And if you thought that I was going to tell you and show you how to remove a duplex electrical outlet on this video, I'm so sorry about that. But hopefully you got your classroom setting. You're a beginner. You didn't know that much. You know way more now than you did before.